Good morning to one and all present here.
What about the students?
We will start the program by Tamil Thai Vaarth.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமே கணவன் தக்க சிறு முதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் என்பமுற என் திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்து என்று செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
I would like to call upon Dr. V. Karpagavadi ma'am to give the introductory speech.
Happy morning to all. It's a privilege and a great joy for me to welcome you all for our online guest lecture on engineering your prospect for a great career. I would like to thank our founder chairman Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, our honorable president A.C.S. Arun Kumar for the greatest support and the guidance. I wholeheartedly welcome Vice Chancellor Dr. Geeta Lakshmi for her encouragement. I welcome Dr. Mary Thomas, Dean, English, Dr. R. Pushkala, Dean, Literary Seminary in charge, and I would like to welcome Dr. M. Chandrasena Rajeshwaran, Head, Department of English, for their presence. On behalf of our university, I feel immense pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Devimeenakshi, Assistant Professor, Senior, VIT University, Chennai. I wish to welcome the faculty members of our department for this wonderful occasion. Before concluding, let me express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the BA and MA students and all the scholars who have raised the occasion with their presence. Thank you.
Happy to see you all. Let me call upon Ms. S. Bhuvneshwari ma'am to give the introduction of the chief guest.
Good morning, all. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I feel great privilege to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Devimeenakshi. I am Assistant Professor with University, Vellore, who completed her PhD in the area of ELT in 2016 in VIT University. Her MPhil in the area of English literature, she completed in the Ethroch College, and MA in the Queen Mary's College, and BA in Sri Meenakshi Government Arts College for Women, and then who is a gold medalist in UG. And her teaching experience extended nearly 1 decade. She started her career as a Head Department of English in Pellamal College for Women, Gindi, and she extended her work in Saraswati Velu College of Engineering, Sholingalanur, Vellore. From 2018 onwards, she worked in VIT University. She published many Scopus papers as well as journal publications, nearly 16 papers, 4 Scopus papers and 12 journal international papers. All the papers are international journals. Especially I found of to express you to tell you about teaching soft skills for undergraduate engineering students in Indian classroom a study, as well as and a brand awareness a study among biscuit consumers in Madurai city. See here, there's such a beautiful topic. An international journal in UGC approved journals. She published the effectiveness of using in BPT in ELT than older methods. So in a vast area she covered in a beautiful manner. Not only she ended in that, she extended her work in publishing book chapters and then paper presentation, L number of paper presentation, nearly 20 and more. And not only that, she conducted conferences, many conferences, webinars, FTPs for the faculty, students in an international level. And then international webinar on blended learning approach in teacher education, negotiating heterogeneous classrooms, and webinar on contextualizing the concept of decolonization in literature and films are few. This is a sample to you. Like this, conducted, she conducted many webinars as well as FTPs for the students as well as to the staffs. Concisely, I wish to express her works in institutional and professional services as follows. Coordinator Toastmaster International, instructor to the University of Electronic Science and Technology of China, co-convener for the international conference, coordinator for annual international conference, coordinator for IEYS India Emerge Youth Summit, coordinator for Chinese Bridge course, conducted workshops for academic staff college in improving English language. So like this soft skill trainer, curriculum designer, like this her work extending. On behalf and then such a person, how can she missed her awards? She received many awards, University Research Awards in 2012, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Really, it's inspirational to us, ma'am. Then, Best Club Award, she received Best Club Award and a reviewer in Journal of Scientific Research and Reports in 2014 to 15. And Journal of Education, Society, and Behavioral Science. See, such a talented and educationist is very proud to be here. We are very proud to be here, ma'am, and we are ready to listen you. Thank you. We welcome you.
Thank you so much. Now I'm working in Chennai campus, right? What I just wanted to say in
Yes,
a sentence, I just worked, I mean, published papers or presentations, whatever
yes.
may be. I worked to satisfy UGC norms and nothing more than that. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. It's
So,
we also graphing like anything. We try to grab. No, that's the thing.
and
Yeah.
you people knew that Vellore Institute of Technology is advanced level university, so we
Yes.
have to complete finish, and still they are encouraging also. So no wonder people can work more than me also. Only that I just wanted to convey,
Hello?
right? I work
Hello?
for the
Ma'am,
sake of UGC
whatever
university.
height you are so simply
சார்
telling, but
சொல்லுங்க
it's
சார்.
not easy thing to publish like such a
சார்
papers.
அனுப்பிச்சேன் சார்.
Like
உங்களுக்கு
our
அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன்
Kundarsena ma'am.
நாளைக்கு சொல்லிடு ரிப்போர்ட்டை.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, and please make me your host to share the slides.
Excuse me, ma'am, Dr. Meenakshi, ma'am. Now ma'am, you can share, ma'am. You
Okay,
can
fine.
start now, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No one is.
Just a minute. I'm just trying to share, but I cannot. I don't know why.
அப்படி சொல்லல. என்ன இருக்கா?
Can people see me? I mean, can see my slide?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, that's what I'm saying. What should I do? Wait a minute. See, when I click three dots, ma'am, I'm just getting change layout, full screen, something like that. Change background captions, use a phone for audio, report a problem, report abuse. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah. Audience, just 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes ன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்கப்பா.
Yeah, because I have to send through mail, ma'am. That's what.
Everyone kindly wait for 2 more minutes. Lecture will be speaking soon.
Okay, ma'am.
Priyadarshini sent. You can check. I sent my PPT through email. Do check and revert.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. They are doing their technical team is
Yeah.
trying to present your PPT, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Let
ma'am.
them. No problem.
Yeah. Within a minute or so, they will do it.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Of
ma'am.
course, technical people can do.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but you said that you have to take class by 11:40.
And that no problem. I'll see to it. I'll try to complete also. No problem. A question and answer session also we can have. That's not the problem. I'll give them some work and keep them engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not the
Actually, you are
problem.
in the college or at home, ma'am?
At home today. Tomorrow I have to go to college. Alternate days, ma'am.
Okay, okay. How about NAC and ISO audit for your college, ma'am? Your university? Huh. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, hello? Ma'am, am I audible? Students, I have linked this attendance to the class attendance today. All of you are listening to what I say. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And why the strength is so little, I don't know. I don't understand. It's only 71. We have asked BA, MA, and PhD students to join. But what happened? Vishnupriya ma'am, have you informed your class students?
Yes, ma'am. No, just now also I messaged them, ma'am.
What happened to Saranya? But they will lose the attendance for the entire day today. They don't attend this guest lecture. Please inform, put it in your group, ma. Please inform the students to join immediately.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Please tell other students as well.
Priyadarshini sent.
Yes, ma'am.
Can
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
yeah, can you say
1 second,
through
ma'am. One
WhatsApp
second.
chat? Yeah, no problem. You
One
can.
second, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Had we known earlier, they might have made it, but just now they're trying.
Okay, no
No
problem.
problem.
That's not the problem. Hereafter, I'll send early, that's all.
Absolutely no problem. Please inform the first year students. First year students sent itself with Sasireka. First year students, are they attending? Then why is there only 70 students are here, including ourselves? There are only 70 students. Please inform the other students. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your
Yeah,
presentation is
yeah,
ready.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
They can show the slide full screen, ma'am.
Ma'am.
That is
Uh,
function,
Okay, okay.
and it should be F5, function F5.
Previous, please.
Anyhow, let me start.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
morning, all. The given topic to me, of course, no need to introduce myself, already introduction, sorry, has been rendered by your professors. So let me directly start with the presentation. The given topic is engineering your prospects for great career. Here, engineering in the sense applying your studies, like that you have to understand, right? Apply the curriculum, engineering your prospects, that is through curriculum studies. You just develop your ideas, how to frame your future or how to select your future in prospective manner. Otherwise, selecting your career in future will be prospect, right? So applied curriculum, through curriculum you will get the ability to select a career in future, engineering your prospects for great career. See, they have given great here, right? Not only career, great career. Of course, students of literature nowadays in current scenario, definitely everyone will have great career because English language has become the need of the hour. Hope you all knew that. Universal language, once it was called as universal language, still it is universal language, and they are calling even as international language. So nobody can get rid of English language. Wherever we go, communication is must, and one common language is English till then, and we are proud of it since we have studied and you people are studying. Next slide, please. Understood the topic? Now, the objective of presentation, prospects of degree, UG degree, PG degree, and of course, doctorate. Prospects of degree, identifying. See, whenever you select your career, you should know your strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. That's what here, identifying strengths and weaknesses. For example, a student has selected teaching career. Teaching career, you must be able to explore yourself, gain many information, and be friendly to students, because nowadays no more a teacher, just a facilitator. You must be friendly towards the students. So develop your skills like that. Unless or otherwise, you can't become a successful teacher. Anyone can become a teacher with degree, but becoming a successful teacher is not easy. And in today's world, everyone, every firm, every institution is expecting every person to be successful. Why? Because when employees are successful, employer also will become successful. Right? So that is the motivation or mission, indirect mission of our chancellor. Only through our publications, right, through our results, through our syllabus, still we are retaining the first position, private institution. So kindly have this in mind, right? You select any career you want, not only teaching career, can be a content writer or online classes. You can take online classes or you write in science. Any career you take up, but try to be successful. That is very important. Trying, earning for perfection, right? Everyone can't say, in spite of getting degrees also lots of experience, nobody can say that he or she is perfect in his or her profession. Everyone is still learning. That's what we say within quotable quotes, earning for perfection. Clear? So prospects of degree, we'll see. I've given, careers, what type of career you can select. Identify, for that you have to identify your strength. What is your strength? Can you become a teacher? Can you become a content writer? And what is your weakness? SWOT analysis in schools. Some schools, even in Chennai maybe, they do SWOT analysis for students. And through that, they identify students. A group of students will become engineers, or another group of students can become doctors. Like that, they identify. So that is called as SWOT analysis, and you students must know SWOT analysis. Okay. S stands for acronym. S stands for strengths, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats. Clear? Understood. So self evaluate yourself, understand your strength, know your weakness, strengthen your weakness, right? You should not be pulled down by your weakness. Kindly strengthen your weakness, know your opportunities, overcome the threats. If you knew your strengths, if you knew your weaknesses and opportunities in and around, definitely you can overcome the threats. So SWOT. Then career oriented. This course, English department, English literature, English language, is definitely a career oriented course. When we were studying, of course, we had that charm that whoever reading or studying English literature, one day or the other day will become collectors, right? Civil services, like that. In our days, that fashion, right? And before me, if they don't get seats in other departments, so to say science departments, finally they land up with English department, they land in English department, like that. It happened, no other go, due to less mark, has to select only English department. But now English language is celebrated, which a company, even chota company, right, a small company, a startup firm, expects employee to be the best communicator, not even good communicator, the best communicator, because he or she is sourced to advertise his firm or product. So career oriented course is definitely career oriented course, and you can see types of career also in other slides. Then career development, how to develop your career. In job market, you should know the openings, right? Types of job or job positions we call. You should know job positions. After knowing select, and they have conducted this program before entering into placement, you should know job openings and you should know types of job positions, otherwise types of career, how to build your career, that is career development. When you see types of career, you can understand, or you will be able to identify which type of job position will be suitable to you. That is very important. Okay, so it is an eye opener. This session will, I hope, that to be an eye opener to students to select her or his career. Okay, career development, we'll see how to develop. When you learn about the jobs, consequently you'll be knowing how to develop. Job market, job offers, right? Choosing profession. And one problem we have, this corona. Job offers till then also, right? Or till then too, we have offers, particularly Tata company. I heard that they got profit, it seems, and of course gave perks to people. I heard information. So, corona or whatever it is, maybe 2 months or 3 months, right? Lockdown throughout. But after 3 months or 2 months, we plan for digital job, right? Through online, we have to work, like that. We plan for, of course. I won't say it is effective. To my experience and read information, online is not that much effective. Online education or teaching is not that much effective, but it is a substitute. We have a substitute, a solution, alternative solution to the problem. That is the need of the hour. Vaccination is, of course, need of the hour. That is need of the hour. Beyond that, for studies, I am saying online class, online lectures will help the students. Right? Then choosing profession. You have options. That time, you will have a choice also. When you don't have options, no other go. You have to select one career. When you have options, you can select, right? That's what choosing profession. Then future plan after selecting the career. What should be your plan? Whether long-term plan or short-term plan, to continue with studies, otherwise to work in a firm, left to you. Work in a firm, left to you. So that is future plan. Then conclusion. In conclusion, right, when I go for conclusion slide, I expect students to think and identify your job position and try to develop yourself. Only then I think, of course, the students have used me to some extent, right? Even to my students, I would say that it's not just teaching. I want you to learn something from me. So that is the purpose of teaching. right? What's the purpose of giving lecture, rendering lecture, delivering lecture, whatever it is? They should gain something from us. So I expect the same from you students too. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. Now, prospects of degree. The first point, degrees. So here, of course, we have three types: UG, undergraduation, post graduation, then doctoral. Sorry. Okay. Then top 10 jobs for English literature students, mainly focusing on English language students, right? Top 10 jobs. First one, social media manager, right? Device strategies, that is plan, right? Strategies also plans, they say. Devise, execute your plans, like that I can say. Devise strategies to promote an organization, promoting the firm or organization through social media outlets, opening through social media, right? That is through your plans, your advertising. To devise the plan, to execute the plan, you need communication. So, language is a tool to communication. Definitely, they prefer only language graduates. That is when I was about to complete my MA degree. At that time, Citibank was quite famous. And my father, he took my resume. I didn't get my final result, final semester's result. He took my resume and he was member of Citibank. That is, he had a card. So off and on he visits bank. At that time he showed my resume and spoke to manager. He told that of course she is MA English graduate, no problem, we will, but we won't give permanent position to anyone. In foreign bank, please learn. In foreign bank, they won't give that permanent position, but you can stay there, no problem. And he told night duty also she has to do. So we do have that shift basis, day, night. And my father said, okay, still she is studying because he was not comfortable with night duty. So he told that she will continue her studies and he came off. Why I just wanted to say 20 years before, why I just wanted to tell, not only foreign bank, even foreign companies prefer English graduates. Please have that in mind. MNC, multinational company. Understood. So, of course, one is social media manager. That is through media you can write. That's what here. Then choose bloggers and content developers. Content developer. I knew a few persons also. Content developer, right? Not only social media, yeah. Even in journals, you can work as content developer, proofreader, very common job, right? Known job to all. Content developer. Currently, we have this position, content developer, with whom to affiliate, managing relationships. Why to manage relationships? Because social media manager. So choose a blog. You can create your own blog. If you don't know, learn how to create a blog and just post your comments, your views, your interpretations. You can even give your comments on current situation, left to you. See, many blog writers have become popular due to their writings. So I want everyone to create a blog, right? Create a blog and just portray your ideas, only your ideas and nothing more than that, not your pictures, photographs like that. Please don't, like Facebook, don't use blog. Just portray, express your views. Your views must be seen by all, not you. Through your views, they can understand you. Especially girls, please have this in mind, right? Then, critical writing skills. Why critical writing skills? Because students study communication skills. Communication skills are divided into four parts: L, S, R, W. L listening, of course, R reading, LS second speaking, third reading, fourth writing. Hope everyone knew LSRW. Since you all study this, definitely you will have this critically reading skill, not only skimming and scanning. Right, skimming, quickly reading, scanning is identifying the main points, not only these two. Even you find out the contextual meaning in reading comprehension passage. Am I right or wrong? So that is what critically reading skills, not only building your vocabulary, even you are familiar with English words, reading, analyzing, critically analyzing. What is an analysis? Answering WH questions, including how will be analysis. WH questions, what? What is the purpose? Why to? Then how it happened? When? Where? So answer these questions to yourself and get a solution. Answers will be solutions to the problems. So in that manner, you can analyze. Even we have this phrase, critically analyze. What do you mean by critically analyze? PG students and scholars, please listen. Critically analyze in the sense going deep into not only analyzing but critically examining, investigating, going deep into post graduation and scholars. They have to study, examine a piece of work for research. MA students, PG students, while writing answers, right, you will be getting questions, critically analyze, blah, blah. And for PhD scholars, right, when you collect the data, you have to report to your guide. That time, critically analyze the data and report. So, critically, reading skills, critical reading skills, not only post graduation and scholars, UG students, you will get this question, critical appreciation. So what is that critical here? Analyzing. Critical reading skills. So only English department students will have these skills. That's what they select for these positions. And first position is social media manager. Understood? So we have become professionals here. Critical reading skills can help to select quality writers. Why quality writers? Social media manager, you have to portray, right? Put forth the views or to advertise something, views of company, not your views. Right? In blog, in your private blog, you can give your views. So English department, English language students will have the capacity to write well without grammatical error. That is the highlight there. Everyone can write English, but without grammatical errors, you must be able to write and moreover update your skills also. Some words are accepted nowadays. So update your skills because you have to reach the audience. That's very important, right, to your friends. Otherwise in English department easily we can speak, but when I speak to common people, I should know how to communicate to them because they have to understand me. Only then I can say my purpose was satisfied, I was the good communicator to my audience. Otherwise I won't be. If audience can't understand me, definitely I can't be a good communicator and the purpose will not be satisfied. So you should know your audience also while delivering a lecture. Then, so select quality writers, providing constructive feedback. So, how to construct maybe from customers or users also we can say, right? Constructive feedback. Feedback everyone knew. Comments. Maybe positive or negative. But here only positive. Constructive feedback to work on it. Being productive. Okay. That's what constructive feedback. Next slide. So second career, job position otherwise. Technical writer. Composing manuals while doing plus two, you students would have got chemistry manual, physics manual, blah blah, right? And English we have softwares. We use softwares, and you can write manuals, composing manuals, frequently asked questions. Quora students, hope students are familiar with Quora. QUORA, asking questions. right? Frequently asking questions to know information, that's all, right? FAQ, FAG also we call. Then help sections of websites, technical writer. You should know how to introduce your website and to give instructions in website. Only language students can do well. Why? They are good in writing skills. Earlier we saw about reading, critically reading, and here writing. They are also writing, and here specifically writing. Sections of websites. Then documentation regarding the use of products and services. Documentation regarding something, the information, instruction, whatever may be. Documentation regarding what? The use of products, how to use the products and services. Manual will be the best example for that. Then precise language, how to write precise, not only precise, simple language. You are writing a computer manual. For example, you are going to write a computer science manual. That is how to use a computer. Simple example, let me give. How to use a computer. A computer manual, you are writing to school students and you are writing that to undergraduate level students, level of learning. So simple language to both, of course. Must be very direct to +2 students, right? Like giving recommendations, instructions, writing instructions like that. And for UG students, you can use a high flown language they call, but here what I want to tell my students, high flown language, the phrase was old. Now we say only familiar words and unfamiliar words in British English. Familiar words, known words, unfamiliar words you have heard, you knew, you have heard, but could not recollect now. That will become unfamiliar words. So familiar words and unfamiliar words, that's all. Everyone knew everything. Some of course we do remember, maybe we are in touch off and on using, that's all, often using otherwise, right? Unfamiliar since we have read long before, but now it's difficult to recollect, right? That's what they say, active vocabulary, passive vocabulary, maybe would have heard about. It's a precise language, simple language, used to the point, right? Then solicit and incorporate feedback to revise the documentation. So I've written in the website. You get feedback from people in order to revise. Feedback in the sense you should not think that whatever you have done is right. Maybe you follow the methodology, otherwise analyze the audience you have written, whatever may be, but get the feedback to revise. My view will be in one way, right, in one direction. Otherwise other person's perspective will be in different direction, so it's better to get feedback from people in order to revise. Okay, that's what here. So why getting incorporating or getting the feedback to revise documentation, right? Revising documentation for what purpose? Based on user experiences. I showed one way people used, and maybe they are accustomed to that and giving feedback simpler ways than me. So I can incorporate the feedback. Next, then. So you people have to write and work, technical writer, that is the duty job. Next slide, please. Third one, public relations specialist, public relations officers also we do have, but here they call specialist. Tell a compelling story about a client or colleague. You have to tell a story about a client, public relation, right? When you advertise your company, definitely you have to tell a story about the management or chairperson. About a client or colleague, you have to. Chairperson will be higher authority, that's all, right? Otherwise, you can speak on a client. Capture the attention of the media. Whenever you speak, you capture the audience. Capturing the audience like that, capture the attention of the media. Public relations, so media, television, radio, interviews. Okay. Then generate placement with a magazine, newspaper, website, television, or radio station. So you're a public relations specialist. You generate the placement, advertisement. It can be advertisement. Otherwise, as a public relations specialist, your company wants to go for a job offer, right? Offering job in job market can be. Generate assumption, generate placement with a magazine, newspaper, can be shared, website, television, and radio station. So these are modes of communication, medias. Okay. And now I just wanted to know, at least post-graduation students have created LinkedIn account. Otherwise, create, that's all. Okay, please create LinkedIn account. Maybe you would have presented 2 papers. It's all right, no problem. You please create. Follow people so that you will get the exposure, right? Explore yourself one day or the other day. Through LinkedIn also, you may get a job offer. So kindly post after completing course, post your resume. Organizational skills, critical they call, we see why. Managing extensive reading, because public relation, extensive reading. Okay, reading for pleasure, extensive reading, writing more, that also we can understand. Heavy workload, right? Because in days like these, right? I mean, online days, I call. You have to write only in science, right? Communicating through online, otherwise. Extensive reading, writing workload. Why? To address the needs of multiple constituents. That's what this job makes a person to manage the organizational skills. It becomes critical. Why? In order to meet several people or to address the needs of people. Okay, needs of audience, otherwise clients, needs of clients. Right? So here, of course, you write, you meet, you communicate. Here, communication will be the better word than writing. Of course, through writing, you communicate with people. That's different. Okay. Communication. Here, let me use the word communication. And how to communicate? Only through language. Clear? Next slide, please. Fourth one, lawyer. Don't think that, of course, we are doing literature. How come lawyer? After completing BA, also you can select BL course. That also can be done. Otherwise, you can be an assistant to the lawyer, drafting the case and giving. That also can be done. Right? Auditors, they have assistants. Assistants will be, I mean, students studying in higher secondary schools, right? Otherwise, students doing BCom degree will helping the auditor. Like that, you people can help lawyers. Lawyers compose contracts. See, lawyers, I mean, junior lawyers, after completing their degrees, they can. But you people can go right. That can be done even while doing BA also. Lawyers compose, they compose, write contracts, right? Even rental contract, for example, through lawyers only we go for. Memos, legal documentation. What is a memo? An official, formal communication is a memo. Memo must be written. Chairperson also won't be good in English. So he needs an assistant to write and give. Writing memo, legal documentation case, legal documentation. See why lawyers? Because you have to read a lot. Will be in English particularly. Of course, while arguing in Tamil Nadu, they speak in Tamil in court, they speak. I've seen also. But written documentation will be only in English and nothing more than that. Okay, Tamil also there, but maintaining record will be in English. Formal language is English. Clear? Legal documentation and courtroom arguments. In Tamil Nadu, we have many types of people, different regions, otherwise, people from different regions, Telugu people, Malayalam people, they will be able to talk in Tamil, but they can't read Tamil. For them, they have to use only English. Documentation will be in English. For anybody, documentation, to my knowledge, in English, high court level. Okay. Then, of course, maybe in Tamil also. The ability to carefully construct language. What do you mean by construct, students? Sentence construction you would have read while studying grammar. How do you construct something? Forming, giving a structure. Construct language. See, I don't know whether these word students are enjoying, but I do, right? Carefully construct language. That is your profession. That is what they go for. Language graduates. You should know correct usage of words. What are the words to be used? We have business vocabulary, legal vocabulary, lawyer vocabulary. We do have. We should know what type of word must be used there. Technical terms also will be, right? So carefully constructing language only through the document the law is passed. Amendments, bills will be in English. Only we people have to write. Lawyers will be there. They need assistance. Otherwise, for correction, they come. Lawyers write. Judges are also there. But for corrections, they come. Proofreading. Right? So only we people are helping them. Excel in these aspects of legal work. So writing a contract, right? Legal documentation, memo, courtroom arguments, right? You should know how to use the language and what are the words must be used. Technical terms only language people can do. That is what they say, and they select people, language graduates. And next slide, please. Fifth one, grant writer. Granting a proposal, one example. Storytellers, why storytellers? Storytellers, storytelling, these words will be used in business communication. Why here we are using storyteller in the sense you have to write a proposal. Tell your proposal, narrate your proposal in technical terms. Okay. Explain to funding agents in a convincing manner. I hope you all knew about project reports, getting a project and working on it. That's what granting, getting grants. Okay, that is, if you want to apply for a project, you have to write a proposal. Writing a proposal. You will be writing a proposal to funding private agency. It can be a private agency or government. You have to write a proposal. How to write? Only through language in convincing manner. Persuade the reader to accept your proposal. Only then they will grant the proposal. How resources will positively impact their constituents. So the resources content, we can say, positively impact their, impact creating an impact, their constituents, that is part of a whole. Right? That is the written document, the resources, whatever used, will give a positive impact. Review, edit, and modify submissions for scientists. Okay. So, how resources can, of course, I told content. Content giving a positive impact. Review it. Only you can do, students, proofreading, analyzing. Review is analyzing. Editing is proofreading. Review, edit, and modify. If necessary, modify some changes. And modify submissions for scientists. Scientists, of course, good in science and technology, but not in language. My own colleagues, right, they would come for corrections, proofreading. to send an article for publication, especially Scopus Index. I have corrected also. And even for international presentation, right, conference, they would come and meet me. Proofreading, that is, proofreading is not just proofreading. Right? Sometimes we would teach them also how to present. That's what analysis, reviewing. They are not good in analysis. They won't analyze at all. They will just write the theorems, that's all. And put calculations, nothing more than that. Drawing diagrams, explaining, walking off. But we people analyze everything. Okay, that's what. Review, edit, modify submissions for scientists. They will submit. How they will submit? They will come for proofreading, only then they will submit. They'll come for review otherwise. Research and reading skills are essential. Okay, why research? Analyzing, critically analyzing, of course, research skills. Research and reading skills. Why reading skills? Skimming, scanning, understanding, right? So, reading skills are also essential. And we people are good in these. That's what they approach us to investigate funding sources, review projects, and writing proposals. So, funding agency, you knew that you can apply to the funding agency, do research on that agency, learn how to write a proposal in order to get grant. Okay, to investigate funding sources, review projects. Funding sources after getting, can be this also, after getting a project, that is, your proposal is accepted, granted, and you are going to work on a project. You should know how to write the project, identify the problem, that will be the statement of problem, find out the methodology to work on that. So during working process, that is, when you work for research, you will try to get the results. So through methodology you will be getting results. Then you review the project. After writing the rough draft of it, you review. Okay, so review projects and writing proposals. First stage is writing proposal, next is writing a project, third step is reviewing the project. We call it as project report. Next slide, please. Librarian, again, let me say, don't think that why I chose librarian. After completing, you can select librarian course also. All right. And not only librarian, I mean, I was talking about job positions or how to select a career, what type of career you want to select. Everyone needs an assistant. Everyone needs a language person to help. That's what they approach, right? They say that in some companies, they call for only English department students. Okay. Librarian appreciate good literature for book collection. Why? Because it is meant that literature people will read a lot, voracious readers. That's what. Then through reading skills, quickly reading a book, skimming skill we do have, right? So quickly we used to read because we have that practice students, engineers, science. They knew how to draw the diagram, right? Through experiments they write, but we write, analyze, and then we give our presentations. Okay, so reading skills, compiling information for papers, excuse me, there C must be capital, L must be capital, sorry. Compiling information for papers, right? Some may have the wish for becoming a journalist, right? So you compile information. What is compiling? Collecting the information, sequencing. Only a language person can do, I tell you. Compiling information for newspapers. Librarians spend time in guiding patterns for best sources of research projects. They spend time in guiding. For best sources, you get sources only from library, that's what, for research projects. Librarians will be master in all subjects. Whenever we approach our college library or university library, they'll be able to give details of all subjects. Topics of books, that's what here. And must be good in language to read. That is also there, right? To set up efficient systems for cataloging and shelving books, unless or otherwise. He has to know about the subject, unless or otherwise. He can't categorize the books. That can't be done. Okay. Then, next slide. Editor and content manager. Okay. Editor, of course, but editor, all on a sudden we can't become an editor. But we can work in magazines, right, or in newspaper, a daily company. Editor and content manager here again, content manager. Review submissions for magazine and book publishers. My professors, old professors, my professors, they have press. They are running their own press. Okay. Review submissions for magazine and book publishers. Say, I don't know whether you people have written or not. Letter to the editor, at least in Hindu newspaper, when we were doing post graduation, we were asked that whether you students have written letters to the editor, to editors, particularly Hindu newspaper. Right? That's what here review. And nowadays in net, in I mean on sites or through sites, we post our reviews, we post our comments. That's what here review submissions. Hope people would have heard about book reviews. Definitely, right? Reading a book and writing a review. Movie reviews also we do have. And who are these people? Working in newspaper company, or of course working for magazine company, agency, whatever it is. These people, company we can say, these people will be strong in language. Nowadays, they select only English language department. Okay, provide critical notes, critical comments, critical notes and directives for revisions. Okay, when you are an editor or content manager, okay, you can provide critical notes and give directions for revisions. Content managers and online editors. So these two positions are quite famous. Content managers and online editors evaluate the writing ability. Students, one thing I just wanted to say. Hope you all knew about freelance writers. Why can't you try? That is my question. Through net you can do, no need to go out. Now we are not supposed to go out also, but through net online in our days when we were studying, that time we knew computer, yeah, we knew about mails and nothing more than that. But nowadays you have chances to explore yourself through a system, PC or desktop, whatever it may be. So you have chances, make use of opportunities, dears. I feel bad that I didn't have that time. But now, no need to go out, not necessary to go. We can explore ourselves through net, Google search. Now, content managers and online editors evaluate the writing ability of contributors, often freelance. For example, one example, let me tell you. I just went and met, a, magazine company. Let me tell that to be as a magazine company. They are publishing even paper, right? Anna Nagar Times, like that, you people would have heard, weekly newspaper, like that also. So one, I don't want to tell the name. I visited there to write articles. Right? I visited there. That time he showed me a person's article, Limelight, they call Limelight, because people are reading, many people are reading that. For example, when you give the comment, it will be revised by the editor. When you write an article for a newspaper or magazine, it will be revised by editor. May not be editor, maybe a higher official than you also may revise. It will be revised. That's what revision. Okay, content manager will revise, proofreading, evaluating the writing ability. Contributor also will be a person. He may be a freelance writer, not only an English language person, but freelance writer, arts person. He may be an arts person, but most probably nowadays only English language people do write. So writer is also a language person, and content manager will revise, give his comments for revision also. Now, writing ability of contributors, often freelance writers, and provide feedback and direction. So often freelance. That time I was advised by my great uncle. He was vice chancellor. He told that why can't you be a freelance writer instead of approaching one company or agency? Why can't you become a freelance writer? Start writing. Start your career in writing as you are an English department. That time I didn't start. Of course, I got job, went on, lifestyle went on in different manner. As a person introduced me, I was busy with my presentations, right? Presentations, and I would publish papers. Also allowed to publish. Contingency to publish in Scopus Index. It is taking time. That's all. Otherwise, I love to publish. Like to read, love to publish. If you want to become a professor, please have this view in mind. It is a slogan otherwise nowadays, right? For professors, I mean. Provide feedback and give direction. Knowing audience, excuse me, dears, I do have a class at 11:40. No problem. I'll just, ma'am, I'll message them, ma'am. Then I'll continue. Just 1 minute, not even a
Okay, ma'am.
அவங்க class அம்மா அவங்க 11:40.
Yeah, I messaged them. Now, of course, I told about content manager and online editor. The next point, knowing audience, plan for communications. Knowing audience, analyze your audience. You should know who is your audience. Say, I am an English teacher. Addressing English students very easy, I tell you openly, right? Because you people also belong to my domain. When I talk with general people, to my colleagues other than my department, right, that time they can understand that I belong to English department, maybe through sounds and accents they can understand. But I can't use language, whatever I'm using to my department people, right? Otherwise, they will learn something from me that I can tell you. So I should know how to communicate to common people or people, learned people also maybe other than English department and English department. So that skill I should have, I must have as a presenter. Knowing audience, plan for communications to appeal readers, audience, okay, to appeal readers. Here I can say audience, to appeal audience. And one thing I just wanted to ask you all, can you understand me? Students are able to follow? Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So no problem. I'm not fast, I knew, because as a teacher I won't be fast, but I wanted to know whether students can follow. Yes? Thank you. To appeal audience, I asked, okay, that's what here. Plan for communications to appeal readers. Abide by deadline. My deadline is actually 10:30 to 11:30. That's what I told her. 11:40 I have a class. It's all right, crossing the limit to some extent. That's all. In order to produce publications on schedule, on time. Okay, so we should know the audience, because audience will be expecting knowledge level is okay. They'll be expecting, if it is a weekly magazine, every Saturday my magazine has to be published, has to come out, right? So I have to plan. Time management is also there. That's what deadline. Then next, please. So editor and content management manager, sorry, duties will be these. Then eighth, offer human resources specialist, language for drafting employment policies, HR people, right? Even our department people are, I mean, English people are also in HR department. MBA, they say MBA, they start their career, and part-time MBA they study also, heard. Now, language, why language is must? For drafting employment policies. Coaching managers for written communications, even in VIT, right? We coach our non-teaching staff, teach them English language, conversation, day-to-day life existence, day-to-day conversation, simple conversation, introduction, how to introduce oneself, introducing oneself. So we, dialogues, teaching them dialogues, conversation. We teach them, we train them also. Grammar we teach them, spoken English particularly, because securities have to speak, right, whenever they meet parents or students. Securities are the best communicators, must be best communicators, but they are managing in VIT, not that much problem. And many will be from military service, so they speak in Hindi also. And many students are in Hindi. 70% of VIT will be students from North India, Northeast, North India. So they manage with Hindi, but they are not that much good in English than Hindi. But now they are better managing. That's what we would give training. Here, like us, you people also can train managers for written communications, drafting a report. Nowadays, people are not writing letters. They are writing, but not that much. Sending emails. But email communication must be good, right? By reading, people can understand who you are. Your personality speaks there. So, coach managers, HR managers compose advertisements for jobs. Okay, capturing words, catchy, right? Eye catchy, they say catchy words. Okay, but let me use the word capturing. You have to capture the audience. So, must compose advertisements. How you should know the taste of people, analyze your audience again. Based on that, you can, right? And what sort of long language? Sorry, you have to use simple language. Develop written training materials for staff development, writing a manual. We saw, sorry, later. Now, let us go for training materials, soft skills, of course. I taught soft skills for my students. So 3 years or 4 years I taught. We are having soft skills for students in VIT, and I taught for them. Maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years, I'm not sure of that, but I taught soft skills, introduction to soft skills, theatrics, all we do have in soft skills, and we taught, English department people we taught, and logical and reasoning will be taught by agency people. We had people from agencies in order to train students in soft skills, right, and to face competitive examinations like that we had. So I taught soft skills to my students. And why did I, training materials for, yeah, that's what, training materials for staff development. We have to write training materials like manual, right? We have to write. So language is essential there also. For what purpose? For staff development, learning and executing, or planning for action. HR managers need the critical reading skills. Why? To write a report and submit report. Understood. Whatever it is, maybe a meeting also. One person will write minutes of it, and the higher official must submit a report to chairperson. So, need the critical reading skills, reading the minutes, writing, not only reading, even writing. So, one quality is very essential, listening than reading. We call listening, or we say listening is the key skill among other skills. Listen to people, listen to mind, then write. Okay. Need the critical reading skills. You all knew that reading skills we will have, we are having otherwise. To review resumes, HR managers' duty. Reviewing resumes, many would have sent resumes, reviewing that. Employee evaluation, right? P, performance evaluation, they call in companies. Even in VIT, we had, due to Corona, we are not having anything now. Sorry. Employee evaluation. So they should know how to evaluate skills. Language for contracts and proposals for expanding staffing. Sending a proposal for recruitment, right? For contracts, bonds, writing bonds, contracts. So HR department needs a language person. Next, they call us HR specialist. Ninth job. Ninth one. Ninth one. We'll move on to ninth one. Teaching English as a second language, what we do. Your madams are doing, I am doing. Right? Chandrasena madam is head. Right? She's senior. Command of language, including grammar and vocabulary. We must know first to teach grammar, right? And you students, okay, arts and science, okay, for engineering students, our students, right? We have just grammar, communication skills, focusing on communication skills, nothing more than that. Technical writing, right? Of course, they learn grammar. They are good students, but grammar is to be known. Still, many, not only VIT students, other colleges, institutions also, they learn grammar only during school education, and that too they don't remember properly. Fifth standard, they are studying active and passive. 10th standard also, but in higher secondary, I don't think they are. In spite of that, also, they are not able to. They understand, right? They while teaching they understand, but they can't tell by their own. That problem is that is still, I'll say, they don't have confidence on grammar. So as a teacher we have to teach. English teacher, no other go, English department, right? We must have command over language. Why? To deliver a lecture. Delivering a lecture and speaking to students good in sounds. Okay. Grammar and vocabulary. Vocabulary, using words, correct usage of words, right? This phrase will be good at correct usage of words. Using words we can use, but correct usage is there, right? Check. Qualify as an ESL instructor domestically in the public school system or at a college. Qualifying, see, nowadays we can try this trainer, right? TESL and TE TEFL and TESL they call. To become a trainer, we have to take up a course. Then we can become an ESL trainer. And so ESL instructor, here of course I can associate that view. Instructor, of course, professor, PhD, teacher, B.Ed. M.Ed in India. So will be qualified. But to become a trainer in TESL and TEFL, when they consider, when we do a course and get a certificate, so that is also a must. If you want to become a teacher, have these points in mind. Recruited as English teachers directly out of college by international language organizations. ILO, International Language Organizations. They ask for trainer certificate from TESL, TESL or TEFL, TEFL. So to become a language trainer, you have to take up a course, complete a course. Online courses are also there, okay, including the Peace Corps as well as language schools abroad. So as English teachers, not only in India, wherever we go, we can survive. People are inviting, calling. We should go, that's all. Every year we have vacancy in English. Having vacancies in English department. Proud to say, right? Computer science also demand computer science, physics, chemistry, at least one or two in physics and chemistry, but not in computer science. Engineering sense, right? I mean, electrical and electronics, okay. Electronics, communication, IT, CSE, very demand, great demand. Next, English people can survive. Next slide. Fundraiser, the last job. To engage prospective donors, assess their interest. Fundraiser, you must excellently communicate. Why? To satisfy the person in order to get the fund. Invent written communications, right? Create your own style. That's what I use the word invent here. Written communications which have the best chance of generating contributions. When you write, by reading itself, people must get the attitude to serve or to contribute. Like that, you have to write powerful words, we call. Right? Writing content for brochures and websites. Of course, our faculty members are working. My colleagues are working for brochures, and one, of course, my friend also colleague, he worked for brochure, and another friend he worked for website. We can work, right? They'll be calling to write brochures and to create websites, writing and composing campaign letters, right? Whenever you want to go for a campaign, letters, writing. For writing documents, they need language people. Draft language for volunteers to use with telephone fundraising. Volunteers, they need language for fundraising. Right? They may not be good in language, so they approach us, need our help. Writing letters of appreciation and articles for the contributions of donors. Letter of appreciation must be written only by us, and articles for writing articles also for what? For the contributions of donors, right? So a fundraiser need language, or he needs, fundraiser needs language, otherwise he needs persons who learned language to act as assistants for them. The next please. So top 10 jobs we have seen, dears. Career options, we'll go for career options. Media and journalism, just 2 slides, not more than that, 1 hour presentation, right? I won't overload you with information. Media, career option, media and journalism. Television to film, like that you can improve, develop your career. Newspapers, write for newspapers. To new blogs, create new blogs and give your own opinions. When you are becoming popular in newspaper, definitely people will read your blog. Advertising to PR, public relations. Then gaming to game reviews, advertising, writing advertisement content, I mean, that's what advertising to public relation. Then gaming to game reviews, you can write reviews also, gaming, game reviews, right? Even designs also, graphic designs, because many are doing computer courses nowadays, so they go for graphic designs also, arts, coming under arts. Then internships offered by various media agencies. I want you students, I don't know whether your university wants people to do internship programs, but we say our students, engineering students, to go for internship programs, they have to go, no other go internship, and we give mark for that, also compulsory, mandatory internship. So if you get a chance, just go for internship programs, right? Part time also you can go, otherwise during summer you can, right? Please make use of it. Offered by various media agencies. If they call for students internship programs, please get a chance. Career options in digital publishing, electronic journals, e-book. You can write for electronic journals, e-books, as well as online news sites, newsletters also you can write. Okay, and magazines, online news sites and magazines you can write, editing the content, right, editing the content, proofreading too, publishing on the sites. These jobs can be done, so you can select media and journalism if you like. Our department English language will help you, and you will be the first person. Or English people, they go for English people, prioritizing. Okay, first priority to English people. Then teaching and academic careers. Demand for teachers, I told, always vacancies will be in English department. In various secondary schools, hiring teachers for higher salaries. You students can go abroad also. Right? You can go not only European countries, even to Singapore, Malaysia, right? I got chances, but I didn't go. You students can go contract basis, on contract basis, 2 years, 3 years, like that you can go, and you can renew the contract. That also can be done. My colleagues have gone to Arab countries. 3 colleagues, they went. Demand for English lecturers, demand students, see the word demand. So we are in market, okay. Demand for English lecturers or professors in different universities and institutes across the country. And if you are training yourself in soft skills, MNC, I mean multinational company also will call you, I tell you. Then coaching centers provide coaching for competitive exams. Right, you can go for coaching centers in order to prepare competitive exams, also hire to teach grammar for competitive exams, and we will be called for that also, to coach for, because in all competitive examinations they have at least one paper in English, so we can teach them. You can go and you can teach them also, be a trainer as well as a trainee. For competitive exams also they hire to teach grammar for exams, recruit trainers on an hourly basis and pay attractive salaries. Nowadays they go for, right, online teaching. So definitely on hourly basis they recruit and give a decent salary. Next, please. Now, careers in advertising and public relations. So you can differentiate these types, which career to select. Okay, that is, one is social media, online, and next one teaching. Here, advertising and public relations. The first one also more or less the same. Here, advertising, public relations. Writing advertisement, here advertising and public relations. Creativity, communication skills, imagination, logic and reasoning, writing skills. They think that we possess all these. Creativity, of course, we have to write essays in literature, reading short stories, novels, one-act plays or plays, novels of Charles Dickens, D.H. Lawrence, Shakespeare's plays, Dryden's poems, Milton's epic. So we have many to read and write. Accepting. That's what creativity. See, when we read Milton or Shakespeare, definitely after reading, we have a sort of imagination. I mean, imagination here, I talk about our thoughts. We think something, right? Shakespeare's plays, so to say, I tell you, students, some plays I was deeply immersed on that, okay, engrossed by the words of Shakespeare. Still, I remember Macbeth, right? Neptune's ocean can't wash away my sin, right? I don't know whether you students remember or not. Then Mark Antony's oration, excellent. We can't forget those words, oft quoted passages also. Hamlet, to be or not to be. Right. Of course, that soliloquy, excellent soliloquies in Hamlet tears. I want you students to read. If you have not read, please read. Okay, reading for pleasure, and the best example for that is Shakespeare. He is not very good in English, but he expressed well, that I can tell you. Creativity, that is, he is the best example for creation. Created all sorts of feelings he thought and he wrote, depicted. Keats, Shelley, Byron, you should read poems. And we had 17th century, 18th century, like that, paper wise we had. Hope you students are also having, right, Victorian age, 20th century, and you students will study even 21st century. Communication skills, imagination. Communication skills, of course, LSRW, imagination, thinking, writing, creation, logic and reasoning. Should know what to write, how to write, when to write, logic and reasoning. And through words we express writing skills. Lead to several careers in advertising and public relations. Advertisement, of course, related to public relation. Advertising copywriter, right? Writing for advertisement, advertising copywriter. Creative director, event organizer, organizer, I'm sorry. Event organizer, I'm getting organization, okay? Maybe prone to that. Event organizer, event management also, right? Event organizer, event management, PR manager, event manager also we can say, event management, and a person handling, a manager can be manager or assistant also, PR, public relations manager, and others. So several careers you do have in your hands. You should know what to pick, what to select, right? Adept at verbal creativity and writing skills, being good. Adept in the sense it's really difficult to be an expert in language. Versatility is not easy. Language paper is not easy to study. Even scientists told me it's not easy. You have lengthy pages to read. What we can't do, right? Through diagrams we understand. Through theorems also we understand. But we can't read pages and pages. So adept at verbal, being good in verbal communication. Verbal is word to word. It's not easy. Say, I outpour my feelings through words. Who can do? William Wordsworth's excellent words, powerful feeling, right? What is the poem they call? Spontaneous feeling of powerful expression. Spontaneous feeling, whatever I feel. The flow was very natural. Whatever I feel, I wrote. Only we people have that courage to say, right? Adept at verbal, that's what. It's difficult to be an expert in language, but being good, adept at verbal, creativity, and writing skills. These three are important for advertising and public relations. We can do, that's what. We can choose a career in advertising and public relations. Next slide, please. That's all over, dears. Next slide, please. What happened? Yeah. Develop your career. Now, career development, very important. Please listen. Attend special classes, coaching classes. If necessary, please attend. Otherwise, not necessary. Train yourself towards goal. Think about the career, plan your career, then act towards. So attaining that goal is what? Selecting the career, getting, that's all. Selecting a job position. Train yourself towards goal. Do research on your selected career. Whenever you are selecting a career, please do research, analyze, critically analyze, then select whether it will be suitable for me. Suitability, adaptability. Work towards it, improve general knowledge, update yourself every now and then. Very important for all, not only for English department people, for all. No job offers. BPO also quite famous, call centers, but we people don't like call centers, and medical transcription also they told earlier, I mean 10 years before. If you get a chance, you can work, no problem. No job offers will achieve one day. You should know, first of all, job offers. That's what I thought in this presentation. I have to tell them the openings and what sort of career they can take up and what sort of job positions can be taken up by English language students. Don't forget to get suggestions, advice from seniors because they are elder. Experience is the best teacher. From seniors, teachers, parents, well wishers, please, before selecting the career, after selecting, also get opinion, feedback from them. Then, next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. SWOT and job oriented courses. Learn your strengths and weaknesses before selecting the job or career. Join job oriented courses, journalism particularly. If they ask whether you have completed any course in journalism, please go. If you are interested in journalism, English language course, okay, then computer skills, essential because at least basic computer skills. Communication skills, of course, we are good. Anyhow, you can go for online courses, students. I suggest you people to study online courses, at least one course 1 year, minimum one I'm saying. I want you students to work on 2 or 3 courses. Engineers, they are doing 10 courses, at least 10 courses, 5 courses, or 10 courses in a year. I want you students to do at least 2 courses on British Council Coursera, and you have to study in renowned universities also, very important. I suggest you a Future Learn, British Council and Coursera courses. Please, of course, upgrading also, it's not that much, yeah, 5,000 an ad, 4,000 an ad, like that, sometimes 1,500, 2,000, like that offers also you do get, right? Financial aid, you have one section there while enrolling yourself, and you try that also. You won't be, you no need to pay, okay, you won't be asked to pay for more, but it's not that much, 5,000 an ad, 4,000 an ad, something like that, right? So now you students are not going out, no purchase, so you can spend for online courses. Getting certificates, very important. Foreign universities I'm talking. Then here English language courses, JO courses, job oriented course, English language course based on that, any job oriented course you can. That's what I told. Journalism, for content writer also, if any course is there, you can. Then communication skills, LSRW, soft skills, get a certificate in soft skills, please. Soft skills courses, many institutions are conducting. So I suggest you to get a certificate. And when you learn soft skills, you will be learning life skills also, right? Otherwise, at least started the training program on life skills. Online courses, and you can take up a course in TEFL or TESL, right? Take up a course as a student. We call as a trainer or trainee, you take up a course. Online course is very important. So my humble request, at least one course you complete in foreign university. Next slide, please. Choose profession, your future plan. Different choices are there. God's plenty. I won't say more. Maybe, I mean, I'm rather boasting of different choices because in my days I didn't have, but you students are having different choices. That's what I used, God's plenty. Different choices. Select one, think, plan, and act. That's what SWOT. Analyze your strength, weakness. Suitability, whether the job is suitable to me. A long term or short term goal. You want to work throughout your life. My goal is long term. As a teacher, up to my service, I'll be in VIT. So this is long term. Short term in the sense 5 years, working for 5 years, maybe going for higher studies, then may join in another institute also, higher studies, or to become an entrepreneur. Left to people. So that is short term, 5 years, minimum 5. Salaried or entrepreneur, working in a firm or institute, otherwise entrepreneur, running coaching classes, spoken English classes. You can teach, entrepreneur can become entrepreneur. Otherwise, writing in websites, content developer, content writer, content developer. You can, by on your own, you can work on. Work from home through online. So you have many opportunities. The doors are wide open. Through online also you can teach. If you want to teach, you can. Otherwise, you can write. As a student also, you can earn. In our days, we didn't get the chance. But you students are having. Become a leader. Work from home, or you want to become a leader, right? Leader, maybe a team leader, leading a group. Otherwise, a leader in any firm, becoming an entrepreneur, a leader, chairperson, otherwise political leader also left to you. So another option, becoming a leader. Next, please, next slide. Conclusion, please finish your degree with good grades. Know the value of your degree. Hope you all would have learned the value of your English language degree. Sell your skills in job market. You can earn a lot if you want to earn. But everyone needs to earn, right? Economic independence is must for ladies, especially ladies. Research plan, undergraduate students wanted to complete MA, PhD. For PhD students, maybe postdoc research plan. So decide yourself, higher studies, whether to go for higher studies. Higher studies will be research. You can become a professor or can work in R&D, nothing more than that. R&D, research and development. Distinguish, identify your career choice, industry or institution, which one you prefer. Distinguish. Find out the difference. Then identify the option, which one you prefer. Gain information and knowledge. Always do update, always. Even today, after 1 o'clock also, we may get a new information, right? Practice for competitive examinations. Don't be idle, not simply reading for semester and writing. Practice for competitive examinations. Analyze the job demand in society and pursue. Analyze the job demand. What is the demand for my subject? You analyze. And which will be the best or which will be suitable for me to work on. Like that, analyze the job demand in society and pursue. Next slide. Next slide. Thank you and all the best. Ma'am?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session. I hope our students will enlightened about the career option around us.
Okay.
Students, do you have any queries and questions?
Yeah, they can ask me. Love to answer.
Please post in the chat, or else you can also ask, ma. And if you have any doubts, please ask. Our dean has posted a message. Thank you, ma'am, for a crystal clear and methodological presentation on engineering job prospects for our English graduate and postgraduate students. I'm sure it will be extremely useful to our students who are on the brink of starting a career in English language and literature. Let me call upon Ms. P.G. Vishwapriya ma'am to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, Saranya ma'am. Good afternoon to all. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the guest lecture. I take immense pleasure to thank our Honorable President, Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar for the support of all our endeavors. I would like to thank our Joint Registrar, Dr. D.B. Jabaraj sir, our Dean English, Dr. Mary Thomas ma'am, our HOD, Dr. M. Chandrasena Rajeshwaran ma'am, for their encouragement to conduct the program. I extend my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Dr. K.Devimeenakshi, Assistant Professor, Senior, VIT University, Chennai, for giving an excellent coverage on the topic. Thank you, ma'am. My heartfelt thanks to our department faculties and students who participated in the guest lecture. Thank you to all.
Yes, ma'am. Meenakshi, ma'am.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
really great, ma'am. For
Thank
wonderful
you.
presentation. At
And
least
my
the
thanks
students
to
who
you
have
for
been
calling
present,
me.
yes, ma'am, are immensely benefited by your wonderful lecture, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you, ma'am.
okay.